Howdy, Knuckers. Wow.
Hey. You forgot about that, eh?
I did.
It's been so long
yeah.
you forgot.
It's been like 3 years, I think, since we've done a podcast. And
Well, it's been 4 since I've left my house, so.
yeah. So, obviously, the absence has been due to, I don't know. I don't even know why. Apparently, NHL shut down for some hoax reason, but we'll get there.
That's the second half of the podcast.
Yeah. So this is, we'll just lay it on the line here since we haven't done an episode in a long time, and there's there's a lot to talk about because we haven't done a podcast in a long time, but there's also not a lot to talk about because there hasn't been hockey since we did a fucking podcast.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And
we recorded, and then was it a week later?
Yes, a week. Yeah, a week later it was the shutdown, something like that. I don't know. Yeah. Do you have the info right here? I haven't even checked. I haven't even checked to see if our podcast is still even on iTunes.
It might not even exist anymore.
It might be like a little too inactive. Oh my God. It's kind of, you made it when you search for your podcast and you just put Chuckin' and it corrects it to the Chuck and Nucks podcast.
Nice.
Oh, we have 6 ratings now.
What?
Yeah, it was March 1st when we had Audie James returning with a BJ. I don't even remember. Oh, because BJ was there. That's how long ago it was. Literally 2 months. 2 months and a day.
Right. And it was, well, I guess it would have been 2 weeks after is when, because we're day 30 or whatever?
Something like that.
I don't remember exactly what day they stopped playing, but yeah.
All I know is the Oilers were playing the Jets, and I didn't get to enjoy it at all.
That's right.
Yeah. So
there's lots to talk about, but there really isn't.
Exactly. So this is going to be, and Brad and I, this is the first one we've ever done. We're not in the same room. In fact, I'm at my dad's house, and you're at your house because you're a little pussy. You don't want to, you don't want to, be in person. You don't want to get touched. You use only one pen at work. Yeah. You have a disease.
I wash my hands.
And you have a disease that doesn't even really exist. So that affects your lungs, Well, that's in the second half. So, yeah, we're going to talk hockey for the first little bit. And then we're going to just have a little fun and talk a little conspiracy theory. Just something to do so we can keep doing this.
Fans a little something. Yeah.
I think we're really giving the people what they want.
That's right. Yeah. They don't want, their life back or anything. They just want conspiracy theories.
Exactly. All righty. So how the fuck do we start?
I don't know. That's a tough one. The NHL really isn't giving much indication as to what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're giving us speculations, giving us things to speculate about, I guess.
Yeah,
is how I should put it. But
I guess that's as good a place as any to start.
Right. Let's start there. What everyone's waiting for. When is NHL coming back?
Yeah. So now, how did you feel when it first shut down? In my mind, I'm just like, well, this sucks, but it can't be that long. This is going to blow over, right? And so I was pretty optimistic at the beginning, and then it was just like, oh no, this is not going to be a short little sprint here. This might be a marathon. And of course, every Oiler fan's thinking the same fucking thing. Can we just play in the playoffs for fuck's sakes? You guys are Flames fans are probably happy. Hey, we don't got to get embarrassed by missing the playoffs, So
right, that's totally it. Yep.
This couldn't have come at a better time for you guys.
I knew it was going to be a while because for them to say we're going to cancel the NHL for 2 weeks just didn't make sense. They would have said we're going to play with no fans in the arenas for 2 weeks, and that'll be the end of it, right?
And I think they should have still done that with the rest of the regular season. I think it could have been done.
They can't with international travel.
And that brings us to what the latest is now. They're going to try and have, 4 cities? Is that
That's
the plan?
what I heard. I don't agree with it, but yeah, let's start there. I think it's four cities that they want to play the remainder of the. I don't even know if you want to call it the regular season. That's just
Mhm.
where they want to play,
Yeah.
just to get things going. They haven't. I haven't heard what four cities.
I know Edmonton. Ryan Rishaug reported that the OEG, the Oilers Entertainment Group, is in like intense discussions about trying to make this happen. They're speaking to the health minister about trying to come up with a proposal to make this work. Yeah, the report was about 9 hours ago on the Score. It says Oilers are full steam ahead in bid to host games if season resumes. And apparently the process is looking fairly optimistic as Alberta health officials have been open to speak with the Oilers, and further talks are planned for next week to discuss how hosting games in Edmonton could potentially work. So, that's a pretty good report, hearing an optimistic approach. And as
So
much
I'm going to
as
shit on that.
why?
Well, no, keep going. Not from an Oilers perspective. It has nothing to do with the Oilers.
Oh, well,
How,
no,
how
I
are
want to
you?
hear.
Okay, how are you going to control travel in and out of to one city in Canada from the U.S. to Canada?
No, the whole plan there is that every team that's going. So I don't know like how they're going to finish. If they're just going to like play within the division, make up a schedule the rest of the way, would
Right.
make the most sense to me.
Yes.
So you send like, I don't know, what's 31 divided by 4?
Well, it wouldn't be divided by four. It'd have to be the whole Pacific Division
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, all the
because
Pacific Division teams
right.
get hunkered down close to Rogers Place in a like very controlled, isolated facility. And the only time you come across is when you're actually on the ice. And
Right.
players
So
would need to be tested like weekly. I think that's kind of the idea.
their theory is that, or their plan is that not just the players, it's the media, it's the staff, anyone that's going to have to be at the arena for these games to happen, and so fans can see them, have to be isolated.
Mm-hmm.
Is there enough hotels downtown Edmonton to hold all of the Pacific Division and all the staff for those teams, and for the media staff to operate out of Rogers?
Well, yeah, if there's nobody else, because who else is staying in hotels right now? It's not like people are traveling or going
That's
anywhere.
fine. That's fine. But you're not going to want each team staying in the same hotel, right?
I guess.
So what I'm getting at is that I think that they are going to select so many places.
Mm-hmm.
If there's going to be a place in Alberta, it should be Calgary, because Calgary, all international flights land in Calgary. Has nothing to do with
about that.
The President of the United States and the Prime Minister of Canada.
Yeah, but they're both douchebags, so fuck them.
Yeah, you're right. But anyways,
I could give
so
a fuck.
what my opinion is they should actually host all 31 teams out of California.
Why California?
Because there's 3 major cities that have NHL teams within driving distance of each other. So not all teams have to stay in Anaheim or LA or San Jose. They all have practice facilities. They're not playing with fans, so they could play in the practice facilities with media or with cameras. And now you got at least six arenas in driving distance hosting for 31 teams.
Okay, with that argument, California's a good one, but also like in the East, they're like already like you could go to, I guess, you can't go to New York where there's like probably 1 million cases.
I said that too, and I was like, no, that's not gonna work.
I was like, yeah, that works. You could go Newark and New Jersey, Long Island, and Long Island has 2 arenas. Nassau Coliseum could have some, but yeah. And then I was like, oh yeah, but I think that like New York's kind of fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you imagine living in New York with this going on?
No, I don't.
Oh my God. Yeah.
But that logistically, that would make the most sense, right? Very little travel.
I guess
No one's getting on a plane.
You make a good point, but like, how much of don't you feel like it'd be so hard to get amped up? Like, okay, when we play,
oh yeah, totally.
We play with no fans at most. What, 3 or 4?
I'm your biggest fan, Trent.
I know you are, because I upped my goal percentage this year by 200%. every year since I started. I have done that.
That's why.
That's why you're my biggest fan. And now that I'm getting in great shape, I'm going to be the best hockey player if we get to play next year.
We'll still have no fans.
Yeah. But can you imagine, like, even just watching it on TV, the atmosphere would be different. Like, are they still going to have the goal horn? But you know what's going to be the coolest part about it if with no fans? We're going to hear everybody talking on the ice.
Oh, yeah. And so I guess the easiest way to compare it is, have you ever watched an AHL game in the afternoon in, like, San Jose?
No.
There's maybe 300 fans. You don't hear them on TV, nothing.
Oh,
that's what it's going to be like. So could you imagine being the team that wins the Stanley Cup with no one in the arena?
I bet you it still feels good, but it wouldn't feel the same.
Like, mind you, the season already feels different for them, right? So.
Oh, yeah. And, yeah, but I think that'd be kind of cool to hear all of the players talking on the ice. Every stick slap, what the fuck is that? Every shin pad hit and everything is going to be so clear, and that's going to be cool. And then
you'll hear Drew Doughty hucking a loogie across the ice.
I don't think Drew Doughty will be there.
You don't think all 31 teams are playing?
I hope. I don't think so. This is actually another good part of the argument. I don't even know why they're trying to salvage the season. If anything, I'm agree with, like, teams that are within 5 points of a playoff spot should get a chance to play in, right?
Right.
And everything else on points percentage.
So that's what you want to do?
That's what,
and then go into a regular playoffs?
Yes. I want 7-game series. And, like, honestly, the regular season doesn't matter anymore. And it's like boo-hoo to, like, a team that's like 6 points out. It's like, well, then you should have fucking been better the whole rest of the season. But, like, I can see 5 points within a playoff spot you should get a chance to play in, and then points percentage does the rest. I don't know how they're going to figure that out, but that's fair to me because there's no reason we need to play the last 11 regular season games. Just give Draisaitl the Art Ross and the Hart Trophy and move on.
So here's my argument to that.
Okay.
11 points is a 20-point swing either way for a team. Or, sorry, 10 or 11 games is a 20-point swing.
Yeah.
Either way. So what happens to the teams that in the last, say, month and a half have won 80% of the games, but it's not quite in a playoff position? They're, say, 7 points out. And then you look at a team that's been slowly dropping in the standings in the last month and a half, and then another 10 games they could be out of a playoff spot.
Yeah, well, it's tough shit. You should have been playing better before then.
So my thought is that the team that wins the cup this year is not going to be anyone who we expected. It's a whole new season.
Oh yeah, and like everybody's healthy. That's another thing. Like there was some
exactly
like for Vancouver, Markstrom was going to miss the rest of the regular season pretty much. Now they get him back. That's huge. Every team's healthy. Jake Gensel could come back. Like, it's insane.
So why don't they make it so that all 31 teams play the last 10 games of the season with the points that they had, and wherever they place is where they place at the end of the season. So some teams aren't going to make it. Detroit, sorry. LA, sorry. But then we roll into playoffs. And this is where I wish I want it to be different because the season's already different. What I would like to see is a best-of-8 tournament from the West and a best-of-8 tournament from the East, and like the best 8 teams.
Okay, I was like, a best-of-8? That doesn't make fucking sense. Hey, we won Game 7. They get it. They get another chance. If they tie it, you guys are both out.
You both lose. So the best 8 teams in the West and the best 8 teams in the East play off in a tournament.
Like a round robin?
Like the World Juniors play.
Okay.
Then you get to the finals of the West, and you have a best out of 3 for the winner of the West and a best out of 3 for the winner in the East, and then the top 2 teams play for a best out of 7. The reason I am saying that if they went to something like that is they could probably be done by mid-July. So it still gives players a break before getting back into camp.
No, there's no way that would be. You can't finish the regular season and then have a tournament and be done by like that doesn't. No,
why not?
Because
they're going to be playing after.
Every team's got to play 10, 11 more games. That's going to take up like what? Even
2 weeks.
That's 22 days. That's 22 days at least.
No,
Yes,
they're going to be playing. They're not going to be traveling, Trent.
Yeah, still, you can't have these guys.
4 games in a row?
Because that's going to kill everybody faster than COVID ever will.
No, it will not. These are athletes who have been doing nothing but training on their days off. Training.
I don't
quote.
Fair enough.
But what
I just know you're wrong.
What I'm getting at is that this season is not is a normal season. So why try to push to have it finish like a normal season and then strain those guys out for next season?
Apparently, well, actually, I heard some Chicklets had a really cool thought about how like this is going to push obviously the playoffs into the summer, which I think is fucking cool. And they kind of brought it up. They said, you know what's cool about that is that if they then start the next season in December and just play like a regular schedule like that, that would be the new NHL schedule all the time. So it wouldn't be competing with basketball like it does now, where their seasons are interconnected. And then in the summer, the only other sport you have going on is like early season baseball, where games really don't matter and it's not as exciting. So the NHL.
That's not true.
Well, that's because you have bad taste in baseball.
No, but if they're playing into July, the baseball's played half their games already.
Okay, well then it's the middle of the season. I don't fucking know when baseball starts. I don't care. I hate it. It's so boring.
I see.
But
I see.
that would like everybody in the summer like would be watching playoff hockey, and it could really grow the game. And me personally, and like they say, would the players hate that they don't have their summers? Like, yeah, but these guys are multimillionaires. The season's done in late August. You still got September and October is like their off time pretty much. And like Thanksgiving would be their training camp time. And then the regular season starts in December. I just say it's kind of interesting to switch it up, because apparently the NHL's kind of wanted to do something like that to try and get them out of like the main competition with the other major sports and really grow the game to the point where, you know, hockey's is obviously like it goes probably in the States, like NFL. We should release a video for this so you guys can see. NFL. Is this fair to say that NFL is the top? And then NBA, or I don't know if baseball, they're pretty close.
NHL.
And then NHL's here. So NFL.
Yeah, you're right.
So NFL up top, in the middle, NBA and baseball, and then a bit down is the NHL. Did I say MLB and baseball?
So,
I don't know.
I knew what you meant. So devil's advocate here. The NBA is trying to finish their season too.
Fuck them.
So what happens if they?
Nobody cares.
So what happens,
guess who's going to win? Golden State and LeBron against LeBron. I guarantee it. Finals again. I already told you it's going to fucking happen. You guys don't need it. Go watch the fucking
that doesn't work
documentary and wank yourselves to death.
That doesn't work, Trent. They're both on the West. Anyways,
how do you know that?
What I'm getting at is that what happens if they follow the same sort of game plan and they finish in, say, August, and they're like, you know what, we're going to start in December. So then NHL's not any further ahead.
Oh, then the benchers just have to play a little more. They can start at the same time. Fuck them. They don't get an off season. They're not even human beings. You want to talk about aliens? There's not a human being that plays basketball. They're all mutants.
Okay.
Seriously.
Okay. Yeah.
I just hate other sports so much.
Yeah, I see that.
I just don't I don't get Americans how football can be more exciting than hockey. Go fuck yourselves. You're idiots. You're all dumb.
Yeah, and they say
any of Americans listening right now, you're all fucking morons.
You took it a little far there.
No, I'll take it further.
Yeah.
Can you believe I'm not drinking? I'm the same person.
They probably say the same thing about us in hockey.
But they're wrong. They're just wrong.
Oh, okay. I see. That works.
Exactly. All right.
So anyways,
go ahead.
Back to the meat of this whole podcast.
What are you saying? We got off topic?
We have no idea what their plan is. They have really not gave us any indication as to what they're actually going to do. They have spitballed and kind of thrown stuff out at us, but they've never really said what we're going to do. They're going to do.
Yeah, I guess. So, yeah. So everything's going to be up in the air, and I'm pretty sure like the last possible scenario they could do is actually just saying cancel the season. It's done. Nobody gets a cup. It would suck so much, but it might end up being the reality, and that would just be so terrible. It'd be so heartbreaking. And it's almost like I'd rather just say fuck it. I'd rather just be like that.
That is true. The longer that everything gets pushed, the more likelihood that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because if we're also in mid-June and they actually haven't started their camp, whatever they're going to call it, there's no way they're going to have time to finish whatever they want unless they start playoffs the third week of June and no regular season at all.
Yeah.
But then what happens? All these guys are rusty and they're playing playoff hockey.
Yeah. I wonder how many people would get hurt in this scenario.
I wonder how many refs are going to suck.
Oh, they're going to be – they're terrible already. Like, what are you going to see?
You mean they haven't been practicing?
No, Wes McCauley has to call every game. Every fucking game. We're going to clone him and put him in every city that is hosting the NHL. Him and Mark Joannette. Let's put those guys together. I like them.
All right.
I like them. But
and then we'll get Audie James to do all the lines.
All the cocaine? What?
Linesing. He can be the linesman.
Oh, I just heard you say he was going to be doing all the lines. It's like, I don't know what that has to do with anything. And that's how rumors get started. And I think Audie is a nice church going boy, and he does not partake in substance abuse.
I don't know.
Okay. So let's just kind of one thing I want to get into with this. Then I actually got a theory. Let me see what you think about this. If they can't complete the season, why don't they start next season and put 2 seasons into one? So it would be like this huge 100-game season or something. Let's say they start up next December, and we're just going to, from January to get everything back on track, each team plays like another 30 games. It's a 100-game season, but it's spread out over 2 years, and then you still get to reward the cup. Like contracts would have to go ahead. It would be really strange how that would work.
Yeah.
But it's you got to throw a bunch of ideas out there, right?
Oh, I'm sure everything's on the table right now. Like, in a lockout season, it's fairly simple. Either they have a shortened season or no season. Mm-hmm. But the season ends at the same time. Mm-hmm. If there is a shortened season. But in this situation, it's the opposite. It's the tail end of the season that's being cut off, not the beginning.
Yeah. And actually, I'd be okay if they are able to finish the season if they just do a shortened season next year. If they're not starting until December and want to go back, during the 2012, 2013 lockout, they played 48 games all after January. So it was the 2013 season, really. And that was a good year. Oilers were in a playoff position till the end, and then after the trade deadline, we acquired Jared Smithson, to push us over the top, and we only won 2 of the next 10 games. So fell out of the race. That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Win a race by the Oilers.
Fucking Jared Smithson. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. And I guess that's something to talk about too. Is what does happen with contracts and bonuses and free agency. These trades. The trade deadline it wasn't even a month old.
And so many picks, especially first round picks were swapped, and there's a lot of conditions on them. Like, can you imagine now, like Tampa, if this season just gets put in the shitter, Tampa Bay gave up a first round pick for Barclay Goodrow.
Yes.
Who could very well just walk. The Coyotes trading for Taylor Hall, and he's going to be a free agent. Exactly. They don't even have a chance. So I did read something that there would be some kind of compensation system, or like arbitrator would come in to determine these conditions. Be like, okay, well, considering this interrupted, maybe we switch this first round pick to a second rounder or something like that, just as compensation that's fair for both parties. And of course, you know how that's going to go. The team,
right? Because that's going to fuck over the draft too.
Yeah, and that's another thing we can talk about. The draft is going to be interesting. They're trying to come
a mess.
Yeah, well, they're trying to tell, like, Steve Eisman's like, that makes no sense to have it before we figure out the playoffs, because playoff are going to determine some of the draft rankings, and they were going to change up the lottery system so teams couldn't jump up as much because of this. It's just like, no, you can't have the draft until we figure out the season.
Exactly. That's exactly it. If this is where the season ends, it's pretty easy for the draft, because then it'll be just based off final positions before the NHL stop playing.
Yeah, and that would be
but
that would be fair.
Yeah. But if they do continue into July and August and they're playing playoffs, so is the draft not happening until September now?
Possibly.
And what happens to like Lafreniere, where does he commit to when he's not getting drafted till September?
Yeah, fair enough. But every other league is going to be pushed back too. Like, this isn't just the NHL.
Everywhere.
Like, everything,
you're right.
Everything in the world is getting fucking pushed back.
Like the NBA.
God. What?
I said like the NBA.
Yeah, fuck the NBA.
I'm just trying to piss you off.
Yeah. Just makes me so mad. I hate when I watch, like, I'm on YouTube and I'm like, the top 10 insane plays of the year. And if there's any basketball highlights, it's like, yeah, why is that a highlight? A 6'9" guy slam dunked because nobody could hit him on his way, so he was able to just jump. And, oh, my God, people go crazy. Fuck you. Nothing was exciting about that play. Okay, like,
I'll stop bugging you about it.
Okay, yeah, but I can give you, like, baseball. Like, a line drive, a guy fucking jumps 6 feet in the air and catches it, and then, like, backwards bare hands it to the second baseman. They turn a triple. That's amazing. That's cool. Okay? Home runs, yeah, I can see it. They're not as exciting. Football, there's some insane plays. If a guy's going to run through, like, a pack of 7 guys and get to touchdown, that's great, too. But a slam dunk, fuck you. Even a half-court shot, go fuck yourself. I could do that. Not like every time, but I could do it. Okay? I can't catch line drives. I'm never going to hit it past the second base. And, yeah, so fuck basketball is what I'm saying.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm drinking non-alcoholic beer because I'm does that mean I'm off the wagon or on? No, I'm on the wagon. Right?
Right.
When you're not drinking.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. When you're not drinking, you're on the wagon. Because when you're off the wagon, you're like,
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to convince people that I'm not drinking, because I really don't notice a difference. I'm still as brash and idiotic as I used to be.
I don't know why you're showing it to me.
In case we use the video, because if my company, like, happens to catch wind of this and they hear me rambling and they're like, he's drinking. And I'm like, nope, non-alcoholic. Because I am an alcoholic. This is going
to be terrible video because you can barely see me.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you in a fucking dungeon?
No, I'm in my living room.
This is your living room?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I am 100% positive.
You turned off all the lights? Is that supposed to make things quieter?
No, they just weren't on.
You were.
Give me a second.
Well, okay. I thought you were. Brad's going to turn on his lights for everybody watching the video of this. Oh, my God. Look at that. He just made a couch appear. I didn't say nothing.
See my bald head.
Oh, I was about to say, I didn't say nothing about your hairline.
What hairline?
Exactly. The one that receipts. There could have been a joke in there. I could have done it better. I guess, Brad, you're being proactive by getting your wife to cut your hair because nobody else can get a haircut right now. So get on you.
Right. She did a good job too.
Yeah. I might actually
come in once.
Did you pretend she did though, just for fun?
No, but she did jab me with the guard in the ear once.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
like that's a rule. Anytime somebody cuts my hair, like when they like go, I got big ears. So when they go by my ears and they're trying to cut around it, I always go, ow. And then they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, I'm just fucking with you. And then I've
You're
actually
a
been
terrible
cut.
person.
Yeah, but I do it every time because I've been cut like 3 times in real life, and I handle it. If I actually get cut, I don't react. I handle like a champ.
Oh, okay.
That's how that works.
Reverse psychology, I guess.
I don't know what it is. I'm just a weird person. This quarantining stuff has done stuff to me. It's changed who I am.
It's getting to you.
It's getting to me, man.
It's getting to
me. So, who do you think has the best chance then to win the Stanley Cup? Knowing what we know now, if they do play games, you got to think about it. Florida Panthers could do it based on a points, like if they could get a play in. They're used to playing in front of no fans. It won't affect them at all. Right? That's not even me trying to rip
I
on
agree.
that joke. That's just true.
That's true. Man, I like I said, it's anyone's game. Honestly, the way it was going, I was leaning towards Philly. They were on a tear.
They were, and they got good team chemistry. Like, you ever heard Kevin Hayes on Chicklets when he talks about those guys? Like, and if you guys haven't watched the Jacob Voracek Chicklets interview, it is one of the best. That guy's a fucking riot. He's a champion. And yeah. And they're getting everything. They're getting the goaltending. Exactly. and their coach Alain Vigneault he's been to the Stanley Cup Finals twice with the Canucks and with the Rangers. And now in Philly, he's one of those guys. He can just come in and he changes the bench right away. And I think he's a really good coach. And just like the team chemistry, they've got depth all the way through their lineup. Guys are playing out of their mind. Did they even add anything at the deadline?
Honestly, it's been 6 years. I don't remember.
Yeah, I guess that's a pretty good pick. Philly would be a good one. The homer in me would like to say the Oilers would have like a better chance because of the break, right? And this is go ahead.
I think the downside for the Edmonton with the break is Koskinen and Smith.
You think so? They were really good at the start of the year, though. They only had their lulls later.
I know, but that's my only thought. I don't think it has to do with the forwards or the defense. It'll be goaltending.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
No, and
St.
I'm not.
Louis? I don't know.
Well, yeah, because they've just got pretty much the same team, and they're going to go far. So. But like you said, this is anybody's game. Everybody's going to come in healthy and with a clean slate, and then it's just going to be it's going to be fun to watch if it happens.
It's going to be fun, but I feel like the Battle of Alberta's gone again. It's not going to be what it was.
I don't think it'll be that bad, especially knowing Matt Tkachuk thought he was going to be an Oiler.
I don't think that's a true story.
No, you actually want to know something? I know pretty, not that I have sources or anything, but the amount of Edmonton Oilers media I consume, it sounded like the Oilers wanted Mikhail Sergachev. That was like who Bob Stauffer was talking about. And when Dubois went to Columbus, they changed their plan and said, we're taking Puljujarvi. And if they didn't get Puljujarvi, they were going to go Sergachev. But Matt Tkachuk just said, they kind of looked at him. That could be a lot of anything. I'm sure they were considering him and looking back.
Did he say that, or is that just the media trying to make something out of nothing, like they were doing with Doughty and Tkachuk, or Tkachuk and Cassian? You know, they made it way bigger than it was.
Yeah,
so
but
Tkachuk says, I seen him looking at me, and then all of a sudden they're throwing in they switched my name off the jersey. But
it wasn't even that. Like, the Oilers didn't think they had Puljujarvi because everyone knew 1, 2.
No, I know. I'm just saying from them.
Yeah. So whoever they had on their nameplate.
I just meant from the news article.
Yeah. Whoever was on the nameplate, it could have been Sergachev. It could have been Tkachuk. Whoever it was, they took it off and they're like, oh shit, we get Puljujarvi. It's the best pick in the draft. And then something else happens along with his career. So what are you going to do? But hey, that was the most recent news story that was pretty interesting to check out. So
It's true. You're right. It's I feel bad for all the beat writers out there.
Oh God, just some of the stuff that people are trying to do, like just trying to get any kind of readership. Like people are bored; they're gonna read anything you post. But like you're grasping for content right now.
Well, you know how the Flames, I don't know if you heard, but they signed Wolf to an entry level contract.
Yeah.
And so they were saying that where he plays in Everett, I think it is, which is Washington essentially, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Silver tips. Yeah.
the home net backs onto Wall Street. So he's literally the Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh,
And
really?
I read that on Twitter. I'm like, man, you know when you don't have anything to write about and you find stuff like that out.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And man, he's got a lot of fanfare. Just every Calgary Flames. Maybe it's the same thing. Like Oilers have signed a couple players recently too, and it's just like the most exciting thing because that's all you got to talk about. But there are people already saying that Dustin Wolf is a Vezina Trophy has Vezina Trophy potential.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But the thing is, he was the 7th round pick, and it's good value because his junior numbers are out of this world.
Unreal. They're unreal.
But it's like, why does that guy fall to the 7th round? And
well, you don't even have to look that far back to question what's going on. Even this year with the juniors, he was their 3rd goalie, but he had the best save percentage.
no, he wasn't even on World Juniors.
Yes, he was. Remember they called him Dylan Wolf?
Yeah, that's right. He's American. I was like, actually, the Oilers had the 3rd string goalie for Team Canada this year, Olivia Rodrigue. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, he's one of those dumbass Americans, I guess. So he's an idiot, obviously. So I don't think I'm going to be allowed to cross the border again.
None of us are.
Well, I mean, like when this comes back, when we're allowed to live our lives again.
Oh, you think we're gonna be able to do
that? I don't know. I don't care anymore.
Now that we can do this.
Yeah, I guess. Well, that's pretty much what the world's coming to. This is how we get closer to becoming machines.
We are the machine.
We are the machine. Do the machine's vodka. You'll have a great time. I got one story I actually wanted to bring up now that's not necessarily COVID season being pause related. Did you hear about the Blackhawks firing their president and CEO? Did you read that story?
Yeah. Kind of
a weird time.
I just heard about it. Yeah, totally. I don't get it.
Yeah, so this is one of those what have you done for me lately kind of things because he joined the organization 13 years ago, okay? That was the year they drafted Patrick Kane. So I remember like in Chicago was terrible, like Oilers in the early 2010s, terrible, right? And he came in and pretty much like changed the entire thing around, like from the Dale Talon hiring to the Stan Bowman being groomed up there. And really, if you get 3 championships in 6 years and totally change that organization around to the point where they're like,
right.
And how many Winter Classics and Stadium Series games were they in? All of them?
They have 5 more next year or something like that.
Yeah, so apparently he was a marketing specialist, and that's what they kind of give him the credit for. But he's not a hockey guy. He's not a hockey scout. And apparently toward the end of his tenure and why he got fired, because they had Barstool Chief was on Chicklets talking about this and said that McDonough was overstepping his boundaries to the point where he was influencing Stan Bowman's decisions. In fact, he was one of the ones that pushed for the Panarin trade.
Really?
To trade Panarin for Saad. He liked Saad.
Wow.
Okay. And
yeah, because he had him.
Yeah. And looking back at that, that's a terrible fucking deal.
Oh, yeah.
No matter how you slice it. So pretty interesting story, like especially you get fired like mid-COVID season being postponed.
Paused.
Yeah, whatever the fucking word is. Sorry, I got a text message and it just totally threw me all off. Yeah. Anyways, I just thought that was an interesting story because when you hear about like a guy that's not in hockey ops influencing everything, it's one of those really interesting things that makes you wonder like how much that goes on in certain offices.
Oh, guaranteed it's heavy in some offices. But don't you think it's kind of weird that he got fired while essentially on a holiday?
Well, did he? What holiday?
Well, well, forced holiday. I'm sure he
Oh,
wasn't working. He wasn't doing anything.
yeah, maybe it's a cost cutting thing.
I don't know, because would he be involved in the conversations with the league about how they're going to continue, or
Yeah,
is that the GM's job?
no, I believe he was a part of it because he
Okay,
I don't know. Like, don't listen to this podcast if you want more information on McDonough. Go and listen to Chicklets, where they actually had Tom Green on,
I know.
and it was hilarious. I love that guy. He's. I didn't even like watch his show or nothing, but he was great on that. But they have Barstool Chief there, the Chicago representative in Barstool, and he gets a lot of good insight on that, and it was really compelling.
Okay, all right.
So I thought
I'll take your word for it.
that's worth bringing up. Oh, yeah, it's almost like there's not much else we can really talk about hockey related. I think we're kind of going through everything.
I guess one other thing is, no, I thought about it a little bit, but are the players that may actively be suspended try to argue something if the season doesn't end, or if the season does end without any more hockey?
What do you
Because
mean?
in any other league, let's say I were to play midget hockey and I got a 5-game suspension in the last game of the year, that suspension follows me wherever I go.
Okay.
So the players that got suspended, let's say they got suspended for 5 games in the second last game of the season that didn't end, do they have to serve in the new season when it wasn't their fault?
Yeah, no, they would have to serve it the next season. Like I remember Zenon
I know that
remember Zenon Konopka had like 20 game suspension or something, and he still has to serve 18 games, and he hasn't retired officially yet. But
right, but he wasn't forced to not play the rest of the season because of something out of his hands.
yeah, I guess I'm sure, but this is where a bunch of arbitrators and lawyers get involved, and they come up with something like this. This is so out of our grasp of anything we can have knowledge on.
I don't even know if there's anyone actually that has that long of a suspension right now.
No, I don't.
Off the top of my head, I can't think of any.
I don't remember. Well, last suspension I remember whining about was Cassian for a reactionary kick that happened, and the NHL went banana lands about it. So that's the last one I remember. And Corey Perry can do whatever the fuck he wants.
From what I heard, Tom Wilson got suspended because Brad Marchand licked someone, but I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Tom Wilson just gets suspended for. He was suspended twice during COVID for body checking his dad into a gravy boat at Easter.
At Easter.
I was like, there was a holiday here recently that nobody got to do anything with. What'd you do for Easter?
Yeah, what you just said.
Yeah. I didn't even go anywhere. I literally stayed home on Easter.
Me too.
It's actually kind of nice. I went to work and my buddy Dave Fettick gave me a peanut butter egg. It was great.
That's nice. Nice.
Yeah, it was very nice of him.
The Easter Bunny didn't bring me anything.
No?
Nothing.
Why's that?
Because I'm fat and I don't need chocolate.
Yeah. I've been eating a lot of chocolate since I quit drinking.
Yeah?
Yeah. Chocolate and running.
Weird.
So I don't know. It gives you that rush, right? That sugar rush. So it's still killing you. You're still killing yourself a little bit at a time. And then I feel ashamed that I ate a whole Reese's cup. And I'm like, okay, now we got to go and run 2.5 miles.
So you ran 2.5 miles because you ate one Reese's cup?
Yeah, done it every day. Today's the first day I haven't done it because every time I started to do it, somebody comes to visit me because at least when I'm at home, people are like, yeah, everybody stays home. And now I'm out in my dad's country and everyone's like, 6 feet, 6 meat,
6 feet, 6 meat.
Yeah, it's a very sophisticated saying.
That's fair. That's fair. I
Uh,
walked 5 kilometers today.
really? That's fun. Why'd you do that?
Because we're trying to get ready for seeding, and I walked around the farmyard about 17 times for no reason. Just
Oh, cool. You guys are going to seed?
one of these days, I hope.
Yeah, well, hopefully your ground is softer than the ground I was in today.
Softer.
I mean, not as soft. Not as soft. Sorry, fuck.
I showed my dad the pictures, and he actually told me, he says, whatever you do, do not use canola bags to get unstuck.
Okay.
And I was like, what? He's like, it's an old country song.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
we spread genetically modified canola seed that was genetically modified for control of the weeds and for big old yield, the margin oil raised hail all over that native prairie soil. Because the Chev got stuck in the Ford, got the Chev on stuck when the Dodge showed up. Yeah. They used
I've never heard the whole song.
Yeah, that's part of the line there. That ought to give him some traction. So yeah.
That ought to give him some traction. But anyways, he told me not to use that.
Okay, well, I wish he would have said that before, because then we got so much fucking canola seed out there right now. You have no idea, man.
You guys are now financially broke because you tried to use it to get unstuck.
Yeah, but without the tractor going, what are you gonna do? Yeah, go ahead.
You know what happened?
What?
While we were in quarantine?
What?
That is important to talk about?
What?
Joe Exotic.
By the time this comes out, everyone's gonna be so sick of this fucking guy. Yeah. Hey,
I'm never gonna financially recover from this.
Oh yeah, that gave so many great memes. I love that. It's just like you stub your toe. It's like fucking Carol Baskin. That bitch Carol Baskin. You know what the funniest thing about Tiger King is? The worst person in that entire documentary is the most likable. The guy that like rides on the elephant that is literally David Koresh reincarnated, and he is just bringing in bitches to bang. He's got 9 wives, and he's a predator, and yet compared to Exotic, Baskin, and Lowe, he's the fucking nicest, like most relatable guy in the show.
And when they interview him, he's the only one that seems reasonable, not coked out or messed out.
He can articulate stuff without being like without being batshit fucking banana lands crazy.
The fuck was his name again? King something King?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Some egotistical nickname that he made up.
Yeah, his big love patch. I aspire to have one like his love patch is in some of those. You see how fucking nice and like I'm working on mine. The lighting's not great, but I didn't shave it the last time, so I'm going to grow it out.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm gonna
you have to put your hair in a ponytail and
yeah. Well, I guess I can't get it cut during this fucking pandemic, so I might get to grow it out. Just gotta dye it white. I look pretty sexy. And then I'm gonna you know what the coolest part of Tiger King was? I didn't realize I could buy a tiger for $2,000. I'd have 9 tigers right now if I knew that's how much they costed.
That's literally what I thought. I spent way more on worse things.
Yeah, I could fucking use a tiger.
Okay, maybe I haven't spent more than that on worse things, but I could buy a tiger for sure.
Especially if you had like a guard tiger.
A guard tiger?
Well, as opposed to those other tigers that that are just like, hey, come on in, guys.
Please take your shoes off at the door.
Oh, good Lord. That's funny. Well, I guess,
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, but we've hockeyed it up. But like this is a quarantine episode. It doesn't even really need to be conspiracy theory related, but just like how you're surviving quarantine, because that's what everybody's talking about nowadays. And Tiger King was one of them. But like I kind of want to bring up, like, did you get to watch like all the comedy specials that have been coming out?
No, God no.
None?
I still don't have any extra time. Oh. I'm still working full time.
Yeah, so am I. Well, not anymore. Not going to explain that.
I also have 2 kids that I can't just let watch Bert or Tom Segura.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, Daddy, what's a blowjob? It's when you're doing your hair and you use a blow dryer to do it, and it does the job, blow job. And then your kids like go to school next year being like, yeah, daddy gave me a blow job. Oh my God, what the fuck is going on?
Exactly.
Oh, we could write a sitcom. That's exactly what it's going to be. Bad parenting. That would be great. See, I feel like
accidental bad parenting.
Yeah. Or just, we'll just make the characters have the IQ of the people from Tiger King with kids.
That's fucking funny.
Dude, I'm pitching that as soon as we're let out. I'm starting my new career.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to develop TV shows like that.
Okay.
Sounds like
I wonder how many get thrown out every day.
Oh, my God. Well,
like, literally, we could live Jerry Seinfeld's life.
Oh, yeah. Well, he gave it.
Right? A sitcom, never getting it done.
Yeah. Oh, no, I could. Right now, we should be writing sitcoms. You obviously don't have time. I will write sitcoms, and I'll just cut you in because you're my partner in all things media now.
We should probably start thinking about TikTok videos, though.
Yeah, I think TikTok is going to be a thing for a while.
A couple days, anyways.
You have made TikToks.
I have 3 of them.
Okay, I've yet to make a TikTok. I haven't even tried. But you know what?
Okay.
You know what my goal is tomorrow? To make a TikTok.
Do it.
And then we could start chucking Nux TikTok. And that's where
right.
Dude, instead of doing YouTube sketches, we just do little 30-second ones. Like the most popular one the East Indian dude pronouncing hockey names is my fucking hero. That guy. Oh,
did you see his most recent one?
Van Rhyme Dick.
Who's Dick?
And then he gets to Nino Niederreiter. Pass.
He got to Patrick Kane. He's like, sex offender.
Oh yeah. That was the best. Oh, so unwarranted.
Don Cherry, he's like unemployed.
Yeah. That guy is winning TikTok. The only other one that I check, the chick that does the voice, that does the Spit and Chicklets reenactments.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
So good because she's to the point, and how she dresses herself up to personify who she's playing. Perfect. The first one she did about them talking about Draisaitl and how I love how she even got her impression of Whitney laughing. It was perfect. I've never seen the video of them actually during that conversation. I just heard the audio, but I just know that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
The fact that she does it on TikTok, it probably took her 10 hours to do one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the way the editing works, it's unreal. To do a 30-second clip, if you want to do it properly and get the smash likes or whatever they call it, it takes a long time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna investigate how to do it, and we're gonna start doing some Chuck and Nux TikToks.
All right. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. And it'll be just like our
I'll find it in my
Instagram
free time.
Twitter account where it's so inactive all the time.
I posted something today on Instagram and Facebook.
Oh, I seen Facebook. I didn't see Instagram. Yeah. Well, I'm sure our 3 followers will be all right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they follow us on every other platform too. So.
Oh God, this is hilarious stuff.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I can't tell how long we've been recording.
No, me neither. It doesn't tell me either. So we're just kind of flying by the seat of our pants. So you haven't seen Tom Segura's new special or Chris D'Elia's?
No.
Or Taylor Tomlinson, who's the next big star in comedy, I guarantee you. Oh man, damn it!
Quite literally none of them.
I just had to say, Tom Segura's special might be the best hour I've ever seen. And that's saying a lot. And Taylor Tomlinson was the most surprising because she was just Bert Kreischer's opener. and her special was like, and I'm not usually a big female comedian fan. Not sexist or nothing. It's just like it's not my kind of humor all the time. Like I liked Amy Schumer early, and then I liked Nikki Glaser, but her last special stunk because it was just like recycled sex jokes, and by like 10 minutes in, you're sick of them. But Taylor Tomlinson, top notch, fucking amazing. So for anybody looking for something to watch, that's something I'd recommend. Go and watch Ball Hog, Tom Segura, and then Taylor Tomlinson's Quarter Life Crisis.
Yeah, listen to Trent.
Yeah, what's your thing then? Like, you say you're still busy, but like you still like there's afternoons or evenings when you would normally have something else to do, but what are you doing to kill some time? Like, do you got a show that you're watching or anything?
I watched The Tiger King, and then I play Xbox.
Okay. Wow, you're living an exciting life.
Yep. And now the plumber at our house that we're renovating has been working the last 2 weekends there, so I'll be back over there now that we can continue. So
oh yeah, well that's fun.
Yeah, I literally work and then sleep.
All right, well,
except I don't sleep.
I was gonna say yeah, that's the hardest part about not drinking is like I don't know how to go to sleep anymore. Like, how do people that don't drink go to sleep? Like,
I usually sit on the bed first.
Yeah.
Pharmaceuticals. Dude, it's all illegal.
What's all illegal?
The drugs I'm taking.
You're taking illegal drugs?
No, you said you must be on pharmaceuticals. And I said, no, they're all illegal.
Oh. I don't know if you're joking or what's going on now.
Yes, I'm joking.
Okay. I was like, dude, what are you taking? I'm so excited. I'm not allowed to have anything, so.
Holy fuck. Sorry, I was joking.
Yeah. Dude, I was like Googling like how to fall asleep, and they're like, oh, here's like 1,900 apps that'll help you fall asleep. All 5-star ratings. It's just like, it plays calming music. Be like, that'd fucking annoy me. Or eat pistachios. They produce melatonin. I've taken 3 melatonin pills already, and they're doing fuck all. I don't think enough in the potassium is going to help it.
Potassium.
Fuck's sakes. I was hoping you wouldn't catch that.
You have to turn on a little fan in your room. That always puts a guy to sleep.
Yeah, does it? Oh, I know what I should do. I should listen to heavy metal. Be out in seconds. Nope. So fucking boring. Oh, I'm going to watch baseball. Thank you. I'm going to watch baseball. Okay, never mind. Solve that problem. Thanks, Brad. Thanks for getting me there.
No problem. I don't think you're going to fall asleep watching baseball.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I would.
It's too exciting.
All right, the count's 3-2, and it's a walk. All right, next batter up. Strike one. 40 minutes later, strike two. 40 minutes later, ball one. Yeah. Oh, seventh inning stretch.
And then all of a sudden you've watched the whole game, and then you're like, fuck, I can't wait to watch the next game. And then you watch the next game, and then you're not sleeping.
Nope. I think I fell asleep already just talking about it.
That's because you haven't slept in a week.
Pretty accurate. Fun. I don't know what else we can talk about. Like,
no, I'm just adjusting my mic cover thing.
Oh yeah, I didn't use mine because I forgot to bring mine, and I actually think the audio quality is fine.
That's fair. I was hoping I was going to work with like ambient noises.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're doing this on Zoom, which is where a bunch of shit's being done. Did you see the 2011 Boston Bruins doing the Zoom chat, watching Game 7 where they beat Vancouver, and some of the stuff that came out of that?
Luongo.
Well, yeah, Luongo takes the cake by tweeting out, "This is what my nightmares look like." Like, what a great sport! What a perfect tweet! Just like you can't hate Luongo. You can't. He's the
No, it's
fucking the
impossible.
best, and that's hilarious. And
But
go ahead.
go ahead.
I think I know what
No,
you're going to
go
say.
ahead.
So go ahead. No.
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. No, you go ahead. No,
No.
you go ahead. No, you go ahead. No. Why don't you talk about your boy that wears number 17 for Calgary and his comments?
I didn't hear his comment.
Oh,
I was going to bring up something else.
Oh, he was shitting on Ryan Kessler, and he was calling him what a piece of shit. And then, like, yeah, maybe watch what you're saying. He's just like, he's not in the fucking league anymore. Fuck him. And I was like, fuck yeah, Luch. I love you. I love you still. Again, whatever it is.
No, I was going to bring up the Rangers and their Zoom issue with the racism.
Oh, yeah.
Was that not in Zoom?
I don't know if it was. Well, it was in something like this. Another, like
video platform.
A content piece. And the Rangers had defenseman, former first rounder, Keandre Miller. And with the name like Keandre, let's just say you know what ethnicity he is.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I've never met a white guy named Keandre. And I apologize that there's a white guy named Keandre listening to this. It just doesn't suit you. It's like if you've seen an Asian guy named Jose, just doesn't make sense. Or how for some reason every Finnish player on my NHL game is black.
And their last name is Shillington.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure there's not like Shillington's the only Scandinavian black person. This is just me being a stereotypical jackass. But yeah, do you want to elaborate on what happened during that call? Because I was watching it, but I was busy typing something when it was going on, so I missed everything.
Shut up. Well, I don't think we have to go into full detail because it was just one word over and over and over and over and over again for what was it, like 2 minutes straight?
Oh, what was the word? Was it
hello? Yeah, that's the word.
They just said hello a bunch of times.
Yeah, depending
on how you pronounce it.
Yeah, and what tone you're using it in.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
So anyways,
you guys know what it is. Yeah, the N word was plastered throughout that, and like, I can't believe
it took 2 minutes or something.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Like, what kind of piece of shit has the time to do that? First of all, the means to do it, and like, what are you going to accomplish out of it? You fucking idiot! Like, why would you do that?
No idea. Like, what was the ideology behind it? Even like, it has. Like, it does nothing.
Yeah. No,
kind of like our prime minister.
Oh.
I just went there, yeah.
Do you want to talk about that? Do you want to get to this stuff? What's going on in our country right now?
I don't think we have enough time on this podcast for me to actually.
Yeah. I could just read your tweets because Brad was heated. And because now we have a dictator and we're in a communist society because of our fucking dickhead of a prime minister. Is that
so? I mean, I guess
is this treason?
Let's start by saying that I usually don't get heated very often.
Yeah. So I'll let you take the floor on this.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to show my redneck.
Brad.
But.
Can you stop showing your pussy?
I'm sorry. Sometimes it just falls out.
You have to see the video to get that joke. Okay, continue. Sorry. Couldn't pass it up.
Anyways,
so immature.
Trudeau decided overnight, Thursday night. Obviously, it wasn't just an actual overnight plan. Yeah. But in pussy fashion that he is, enacted an order in council Friday morning banning over 1,500 different rifles, from the law-abiding citizens of Canada. And with that, he is going to stop so much fucking crime.
Yeah.
Like, no one's going to be doing crime. I mean, look what they did with drugs. They banned all drugs, made them illegal, and no one is doing them.
Yeah, now we have no drugs. It's amazing how that works, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, I haven't even studied the whole list yet. I've just kind of went through it, skimming it, I guess you could say. And just from skimming it, a pile of the rifles that are on the list, most people use for hunting.
Mm-hmm.
So they class it as assault or military style rifles. In North America, especially in the US, military rifles have a fully automatic option. We as Canadian citizens cannot buy a firearm that has a fully automatic option. They have way larger clips than we can buy. They're modified to kill other human beings at war. The rifles that he took from these citizens, or us, a lot of them are used for competition shooting, which is a sport. Yeah. And of course, because of the situation we're in a pandemic. So everyone's got to stay home or distance themselves. So there's no riots, or not, sorry, I shouldn't say riots. What's the word I'm looking for? No one's getting together no one's getting together on the footsteps of the
courthouse parliament to protest or anything. Yeah.
Protest. There you go. Fuck, I don't know why I couldn't think of the word. So no one's protesting right now. Plus, because of the devastating news down east in Nova Scotia, they use that to their advantage. But they failed to mention that the rifles used in that shooting were illegal. He got them illegally, and they weren't from Canada. So there you go.
Yeah. This is like, if you wanted to get into a conspiracy theory, if you didn't know anything about Justin Trudeau and I just laid out the facts of what he's done since he's been in office, first of all, bringing in refugees, and so he brings in refugees, shuts down the country, and then takes our weapons away from us, you would be like, oh, this is a dictatorship. This guy is trying to rule with an iron fist, like in a Roman Empire. We'd be like, it'd be a pretty believable story, wouldn't it? Just looking at some of the facts of what he's done. It's absolutely disgusting. And like I said, I'm not a gun guy. In fact, I've been very vocally anti-gun. It's more in relation to what's going on in the States, considering that their gun control, I still believe, they need to have stricter gun control in the United States because they have a lot more of these instances. But I've never said you should be disarming law-abiding citizens. I said there needs to be some change. I'm not in office. I don't know what's going on. In Canada here, we already have a pretty strict, like before this, our gun control is working. We've had...
Well,
go ahead.
Here's proof that our gun control is working. They have exact numbers of all the legally purchased rifles that fall into these categories. Mm-hmm. Exact numbers. They may not know who owns them exactly now, because after the initial point of purchase, if you resell it, well, so be it, right? But they still know that at one point there's this many in Canada.
Yeah.
How are you helping us by taking those away from us with no concept of how they're being used? Mm-hmm. It's not like they're being bought and resold on the black market to the gangs to kill people.
Yeah. And it's just made our country more dangerous.
Exactly. You know what? If you want to talk about, a modern era civil war, tell everyone to stay in their house, tell them they're not allowed to go anywhere, and then take away
all their weapons.
I shouldn't say all their all their weapons in this case, but to a lot of people, that's their pastime, their love. There's people that collect these. They take real pride in this,
Mm-hmm.
and now you've taken that away from them.
Well, and even
All for the comforts of your fucking home when you don't have the balls to leave
mm-hmm.
or to pass a bill through the government.
Yeah, like
By
this
doing
is
it the way he
literally
did.
it's a dictator move.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's allowed. It's happened before. It's not the first time. It's just with everything going on, the way he did it shows me that he does not have any balls. He just needs to be in power.
yeah. And this is what we get for fucking electing this guy for a second term. It's disgusting. I can't believe this. Like, I don't feel like it's almost like even before like this happened. I wonder like what people voted for him are thinking about this. Like, I don't know how you can logically spin it in any way that supports what he's doing. There is no outrage for this.
The logical explanation for those people is, hey, we just took away 1,500 types of military style rifles in Canada that killed so many people in Nova Scotia, that killed so many people in Quebec. That's how they're selling it to them.
Yeah.
And those people aren't doing the research to see that they're illegally acquired or whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
No, it's just it's gonna create a lot of civil unrest, I believe. Like, it's not a good thing here.
But wait, it gets better.
Ooh,
because now they've put a 2-year amnesty for citizens to turn in these rifles, right? And their intentions is they are going to pass a bill through the House, and in that bill, there's going to be a buyback program. So the government is going to use taxpayers' money, so my money, to buy back my gun for me that I already spent my money on.
mm-hmm.
So they spent my money enacting this this law in the first place. Then they're going to use my money to pass it through the House. Then they're going to use my money to buy my gun back that I spent my money on. So that'll be 4 times my money's used. And what am I left with?
Yeah. It's banana lands, man.
And one last thing, and this is not a racist thing at all. I have full respect to my Métis, my treaty friends.
Yeah, I know where you're going with this.
They are exempt, and they get to keep them for hunting purposes.
Yeah, and
that's what we're using them for.
Exactly. It's I'm speechless at that. I understand I understand. Actually, why am I saying I understand? I don't understand how you can just exempt somebody when it, like you said, it's this, they use their weapons for the same thing that, like, what would you say, 99% of other Canadians use it for?
I'd say 80%, because there's probably 20% that's for sports.
For sports, and and that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's
I mean, it'd be no different than if they would have said to all the natives in Canada, hey, we're taking these guns away only from you, Indigenous. We're taking these guns away, but only from you guys, and everyone else can keep them.
Mm-hmm.
It would be just as infuriating. It's the same thing, right?
You can't pick. You can't pick and choose. You can't pick and choose because it makes no sense. It's bullshit. It's, like I said, banana lands. I can't comprehend how this is going on. They talk
about cultural inclusion, but they're not talking about cultural exclusion.
I think Trudeau's just trying to make sure that every single Western Canadian that isn't Indigenous fucking dies. Like, it's almost at that. It's almost like he does not give a flying fuck about us.
No, he doesn't. And I mean, there's more than one aspect to that proves that. But whatever, I don't know. It's,
and I was like ready.
I'm mad, but
the delay is fucking us up.
I'm mad, but I don't think I've actually had enough time to let it set in properly.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's weird because I thought that I was giving Trudeau credit, not like publicly or anything, but like I remember having a conversation. It's like, I actually think that the way he's handled this virus and this pandemic has been pretty reasonable for what he's had, like for not knowing how to deal with something like this. I thought he was doing a pretty good job. And then it's almost like, oh, I gave him an ounce of credit and he's just going to fucking shove it up my ass.
Because there's room for a lot more up there.
Yeah, because everything that he's done ever since is just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, honest to God, like, why couldn't he just get COVID and die? Like, it would make if you want, be better.
If you want to bring that up, I'll talk about that. So his wife tested positive.
Yeah.
Right? And so he self-quarantined and for 2 weeks or whatever it was. He never got tested. Why not?
Yeah.
You're the Prime Minister of Canada. In case you have it,
you should be tested.
We need to know. And then B, we're on day like 45 now and you still haven't left your house.
Mm-hmm.
Except to go to a different province when you said that there's no inter-province traveling for Easter weekend.
He's it's do as he can do what he wants. He's the fucking dictator. He's the king.
And you know what? With the travel thing, Andrew Scheer, the representative for the
Conservatives,
PCs, he left the province too and went somewhere else.
Yeah, because politicians think they're above the law. They feel like that this is what's gone on in the world so much that it's got to the point where, they're supposed to work for the people. And so I don't remember,
exactly.
When do you, has it been since JFK was the last time you could say you had a world leader that actually worked for his people and every which way?
Yeah, and what's happened every time someone's worked for the people?
Pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a convertible ride in Dallas is what they say if you're doing well and you're doing things the right way. So if you want to tell me that there's not some kind of global conglomerate going on that has some hand in something, no matter how nefarious or how involved or how controlling they can really be, I'm sorry, but it's starting to make more sense now.
Dude, you know what? Ever since I watched that documentary on YouTube,
The Fall of the Cabal?
Yes. So yeah. I looked into more of like JFK's family and stuff. Literally every one of his distant or close relatives has fucking died.
Yeah.
And it's all in weird ways.
Yeah. I know. Well, except for JFK Jr. because he's coming back. He faked his death, remember?
Oh yeah, he's here.
Okay, my phone's way over there. Anyways.
You used it to turn on the light, didn't you?
Yeah, well, my cord is right here too. This is not my normal setup, so yeah. But man, looking at that documentary too, and Trudeau's a big player in that, with the red shoe shit.
Yeah.
And it doesn't surprise me now because, of course he would be so what's the word? Smiley or something? Slimy? Yeah, that I don't know if that was the word I was reaching for, but it works. And I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's somebody out there screaming it right now, listening. It's like, yeah, well, we're fucking idiots. So what are you gonna do?
I don't know. You want to take that one step further. There's a conspiracy theory that Trudeau is Fidel Castro's son.
Oh yeah, and I guarantee that the resemblance is uncanny. It's hilarious.
Which was he was a communist leader.
Yeah. Oh, funny. Yeah. Hey, do you want to hold the floor here for a bit? I really gotta pee.
Just go.
Okay, I'm gonna go. You have to keep the podcast going, and I can't hear you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Trin can't hear me. So Trin and I have been talking. We have watched some conspiracy videos, and obviously there's a lot that is far-fetched and not true. But it always seems like there's a couple ounces of truth within all of the fictitious thoughts of these people creating these conspiracy theories. But we always get a kick out of them, so that's why we end up talking about them. Usually we talk about them off air. But But because there's no NHL going on and we really didn't have much to talk about, we decided that we kind of tapped into it a little bit. This is not how I expected it was going to go, but we'll see where it takes us. The Fall Cabal's on YouTube. It's a 10-part series, and it pretty much ties all of the head honchos of every part of the world, the Rothschild, the current president, Donald Trump, Justin Trudeau, past leaders, families of leaders, and random people that all of a sudden are best friends with people like the Clintons and stuff like that. So just this huge 10-part series. And by the end of part 10, everything kind of just meshes together. I was just explaining
I was gonna jump in like I've been here this whole time because I'm pretty sure
okay.
I could have, but you kind of ruined that moment, whatever.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah. But anyways, I was just saying that we usually talk conspiracy, but not on air. And because there's little NHL, we throw it on air this time. And
yeah,
I just kind of quickly explained the Fall Cabal.
Yeah. And hey, if you guys aren't into it, whatever, but hey, maybe this is just, our podcast isn't called the Chuck and Nucks Hockey Podcast. It's just called the Chuck and Nucks Podcast. We can do what we want.
Right.
And if you guys listen, you listen. If you don't like it, shut it off.
It's a quarantine special anyways.
Yeah, it is. And there might be more because we might be quarantined for a while. So
right. And you know what? We have a huge conspiracy theory as into why we're in quarantine. So
yeah. I don't know. I would just say, like, I don't know if I'm sure you want to get to bed at some point today. So we don't need to we don't need to go too far into it. But if we start talking COVID stuff, the only conspiracy theory about it that I want to get into, like, I'm not going to go into this man-made virus bullshit or whatnot, but the media, the way they portray this virus is like ridiculous. Like, I've seen so many claims of people saying that, like, they had a relative that died during this of something totally non-COVID related, and on their death certificate, they are putting COVID on it to spike the numbers, to make it look way worse than it is.
I heard that too.
And I find that very when you see more than one, and it could just be a hoax or just somebody stirring shit up. But it's like I said, what is the one thing they say in Fall the Cabal there? How many coincidences do you need to make it a reality?
Right, exactly. And I mean, I guess you could use, not a great comparison, but the Vegas shooting.
Yeah.
How many times does it take a different person to say the same thing for it to not to be a coincidence anymore?
Yeah, exactly.
So the same thing with COVID is, as soon as someone dies right now, the automatic assumption is it's because of COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen it more than once where it's like, no, my dad had a heart attack, or, my mom fell off a cliff.
Yeah, and I've even seen, like, people that work in, like, medical facilities saying that, like, they were, like, being told that they have to call everything COVID-19 related. So
yeah, I don't know.
But, like,
you see a lot.
Okay, go ahead.
You see a lot of media outlets, obviously everywhere's they have coverage on COVID-19. It's nothing but COVID-19. But then all of a sudden you get on Facebook and you see, or YouTube, and you see media outlets recycling video clips from other parts of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in the defense of media a little bit, they do often use recycled clips for generic photo or generic clip when they can't find anything.
Yeah.
But usually it's something they've used in the past, or it's something that they filmed that they didn't think they were going to use, and then they just put on I think they call it a B tape, and they pull off of there. Well, the one big one that I've seen is they're filming inside a emergency room in Italy, and then all of a sudden a media outlet in the US is using it.
Like, as pretending it's in the States.
Right.
Yeah. So there's propaganda there.
Yeah, definitely.
Because what this does, this is crashing economies.
Oh,
right?
fuck yeah.
Like this, like I've been reading reports that said we're going to go through a recession not seen since like the 1930s.
Well, look at the price of gas. Look at the price of oil. It's
Yeah.
worth less than a barrel of oil. Like it's in the negatives.
Oh
It
yeah.
was. Sorry, it's not more. But
Yeah. It's scary, especially for where we live because that's our fucking industry, right?
right. Yeah.
And well, and the other
But
thing is,
everything is based off oil.
yeah.
Doesn't matter what part of the world you're in. The economy is based off essentially the price of oil.
So I think that's why, like, we want to try and get the world back running, and like they're saying like mid-month here they're gonna start implementing phases to reopen the fucking country or the provinces. Each province has their own plan, and I get it, and I want to be on both sides, and you would hope that they're doing everything right. But for me, I'm more willing to kind of make certain sacrifices to try and get things running because I'm scared of what the world, like what our world's going to be if we live like this a little bit longer.
Oh.
Like they saying like over like through next year we could still be going on. It's like we can't have that. Unfortunately, we can't, and you can't shut everything down. And like small businesses are going to go under. And I find it interesting is certain small businesses have to close, but these big corporations don't have to. You walk into a Walmart right now, it's still packed with people. Okay. So and they're still making money. So if you want to go into another conspiracy theory, how much you want to bet that some of you guys pulling the strings on this are trying to bankrupt every small business. So all the money is corporate. All of it goes to Walmart. You can go to Walmart, but you can't go camping. Right?
No, I know.
You can't be in an open, you can't go in a park right now, but you can go into a fucking Walmart or a Costco. Like, get fucked.
You can stand. Costco's only letting 10 or 15 people in the store, but they're letting 300 of them line up one after another in line outside waiting.
Even the social distancing, even though it does that, if there's COVID on something, there's not enough people being safe going in and out of that place that aren't going to catch it or whatnot. I don't know.
Well, when it first broke out and people were panic buying toilet paper, which is still the dumbest fucking thing on the planet. Anyways,
I know actually something about that.
They were piled into the store all around the toilet paper on top of each other. If one person in there has it, they would have caught it. And you never heard of any reports of anyone in the world, well, in North America, catching it from that. Mm-hmm. But yes, I know about the toilet paper too.
Yeah, the toilet paper thing was because of in Australia when they first had COVID, they started going to buy toilet paper because their supplier was China. And since China wasn't exporting, they were going to have a shortage. So that's why people were going after toilet paper. And then they show clips of that. And then everybody that's, every fucking moron that can't think for themselves, like, oh my God, we need to get the toilet paper because we're apparently we're going to have the shits or something. Like, I don't know. It just shows you like how the media can really control things that way, because that clip of these toilet paper things going on made everybody else do it.
Apparently, the U.S. had a lot of theirs exported from China too, so they were panicking for a shortage as well, right? But in Canada, I think we have 2 in Western Canada alone, 2 manufacturers.
Yeah. Okay. But anyways, even
we shouldn't have a shortage. Right?
Even if you run out of toilet paper, there's other options to clean your ass. Okay, you can take a shit in the bathtub, stomp it down the drain, fucking take the shower head, just fucking get it right up in there. Dude, like I'm a shit and shower guy because I don't ever feel clean taking a shit. And then just, toilet paper, what are you doing? You're just kind of smearing it through your butthole. I don't like the feeling of it.
Clearly you don't wipe good enough.
No, I wipe fucking great, man. Like I wipe until I do like 3 courtesy wipes. And even after those courtesy wipes, I don't know what the hell I don't want, I can get swamp ass so easy. So I'll just fucking do that, hop in the shower and just finish the job. That's why, I always kind of work my poops around the morning all the time.
Hockey, conspiracy, and poops.
Yeah. What a great podcast. Hey, my dad's here. Hey, Dad.
Hi, Trent's dad.
Brad says hi. Are you a little tipsy? Yeah, I don't believe you. My dad looks like Artie Lang now.
Why?
Nah,
He needs a
because
haircut?
he shaved his mustache. He looks like Artie Lang. Do you know who Artie Lang is?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Yeah, man.
I'll Google it, though.
What? From Howard Stern? Comedian. He's in Dirty Work.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Fucking legend.
Yeah.
Got a fucked up nose now.
Yeah. Yeah, because he got beat up.
Because he's on coke most of his life. That's why.
Look at it. Can you see that? Look at how flat his nose
yeah.
is.
Yeah. It's pretty rough, man. All right. But I think we could pretty much wrap that up, eh?
Yeah, we just got everyone kind of their brain going.
You guys got a lot to think about, and when we do the next one, I'm sure we have more to talk about on this. And if you guys made it this far and you like the end of it, give us some feedback, and we can go from there.
Hopefully, we'll have more hockey talk our next episode.
Yeah, and maybe if we don't, so be it. But hey, it's like we got time, and you guys have time, so maybe this is where our audience expands.
Maybe it'll expand when we start making TikToks.
Yeah, we're gonna TikTok the shit out of the Chuck and Nux podcast. All righty, man. Well, thank you guys so much for listening, and kind of cool that we can still do this, even though we have to social distance, Brad.
I'm actually way closer to you I'm sitting closer to you now than I would be when we're recording together.
That is true.
The only thing is you're virtual.
Exactly. All righty.
Okay.
That about does it. Thank you guys for listening.
Okay, bye.